Hello, everybody. This is Kenish. I want to speak to you today about what's it called? I want to give you some motivation, some inspiration, and there are a lot of things to life, and let's speak on this topic and about what is good, and what is not good. So the biggest problem on this planet that we live in, called Terra, is conflict. That is what the reptilians say, or Satan thrives upon: conflict, because he wants to take out rent for our staying here, because it's his planet or their planet. So that's the rent we pay for our living here. Oh, it's like I got to catch up. So that's the rent that we have to pay, and since we are living here, we don't want to be suffered and pained and damaged, And so the solution for this is for us to leave this planet, and the reptilians and the insectilians and the bird race to undergo genetical what's it called, operation, to make them genetically normal and not offensive, in their genetics, because their genetics is erroneous. So but in general, I mean, how you have to be in life is that you have to be a good person, and and always be respectful towards all living beings, because I mean, if you're not benevolent and loving, at least be respectful, and be in a certain way that you want others you would like others to be towards you. It's very simple, actually. It's people who complicate it, the whole thing, and complicate things, complicate it and make it complicated. But a relationship between people is actually really easy. It's just, you just have to respect the other person, or respect that group. And by respect, I never mean honoring, but I mean doing whatever you feel like, as long as you what's it called, don't hurt, cause suffering, and don't cause pain on that individual or group. That is respect. That is true, genuine respect, and that's how we should treat each other. It's very simple. I mean, on other planets, they're living blissful lives, and and not just in this galaxy, but on other galaxies, they don't have the problem we have on this planet. It is generated conflict. It's conflict generated by the reptilians. I mean, we've been going through a lot of misery on this planet, and not just our humanity, but I mean several other humanities, 7 or 8 other humanities. For example, like Atlantis, or like Lemuria. These civilizations has come and go. I mean, have destroyed themselves, and such, and the question about God, if God exists, like, if God exists, why does it let these sort of things happen? But maybe the creator that we think of, that created all life, is not almighty. We don't know, and but nevertheless, we all deserve to be respected, because we are living beings, and respect is the only way in life. Because if you follow ways, you'll be prohibited by that way, and you should what's it called, never be prohibited by a certain way, because it should be free. It prohibits freedom. It limits freedom. So the only sort of limitation that should be in your life should be the limit of respect, because as I said earlier, nobody wants to be insulted or disrespected, unless you're a masochist, unless you like it. I mean, then it's okay. I mean, then, because then you agree to it, and you want to do it. But freedom is also a very important thing. You should never force your will upon another person, because when you force your will on another person, that person becomes what? Entangled. It becomes prohibited and put in a box. And it's not good. It's not good to do that. You should just let go. Learn to let go. Learn to not wanting to grab the other person and trying to control the person, because some people do that, and because of many reasons. Many do it because they care, but it's never good. Nobody who has actually been in the situation of being slave like, I mean, actually who've been a slave, or been controlled, or been limited its freedom, wanted to be put in that situation that you can't do what you want, and because people want to do what they want. I mean, they don't want to be limited, or somebody tell them what to do, not to do what you want. So people want to be free. Freedom, liberty is very important. And I think another way of governing a people is for what's it called, machines to do all the work, but as long as the machines don't suffer themselves, because machines, I mean, any living being can suffer. I mean, as when a living being starts to sense, it can suffer. So they shall remain machines and robots, and not and also have the power of determination or self-determination, because when you give them determination, they can take over, basically. I mean, if they take over, it's at the end of us. So but they should also not be made suffering, because suffering is a bad thing, and the pain is a bad thing, and damage is a bad thing as well. So as long, they shouldn't have the ability to self-sense. The essentially ability should be made for serving, and shouldn't be they shouldn't be given personalities and such, to be made to become sentient. They shouldn't be made sentient simply. And so what's it called? Yeah, there are a lot of problems people have in their lives on this planet, but most of them evolves around conflict with other people, family conflicts, and conflicts, that start with other people, and one should always take distance from disrespect, and when you're treating other people, we should treat them in a good way. I mean, if Satan or the reptilians don't treat us, treat us, and don't let us be respectful towards each other, at least we can treat each other good. At least we can treat each other innocently. At least we can treat each other in a righteous way, and kindly, and with care, and with justice. You see, so we don't disrespect or insult each other, and there are many things happening in the society today, and what I noticed is that it goes in cycles. They work in cycles. They the whole society. I mean, like it doesn't. When some bad things end, other good things start. So. It doesn't. It's not always sad. I mean, there's also a lot of things that are good, and the sadness, and like it comes and goes. Both sadness and goodness comes and goes. But you should also take advantage of the good moments of life. Not to be always lost. I mean, not to be always occupied with the bad things in life, because there are good things in life as well. I mean, even on this planet, because a lot of times people get busy in trying to improve their lives. But when they do so, they get stuck in having a bad time all the time, and being you know nervous and dissentious and you know on har- and not on harmony. And what I noticed that I think that could solve your emotional and energical and what's it called, personal problems is meditation. You should meditate a lot as well. Meditation is a very good way of solving your psychological problems. Because most of the problems that are also physical start with the psychology of a person, as I noticed. And you know, just close your eyes, and you don't even have to put on good music. You don't have to take the posture of what's it called, meditation, and you don't even have to breathe in a certain way. Like they say, you have to breathe in to take in the good stuff and breathe out to take out the bad stuff. But just meditate means is that you're in harmony with the universe. You strive to become in harmony with the universe and with yourself. You become in balance, in balance, not imbalanced. In balance, you're balanced with yourself and with the surrounding. And I already, just to show you, feel better just to do this, because solving problems isn't always gonna come. Sometimes you get stuck in trying to solve problems, and you get tired of it. Just solve problems all the time of life, and so meditation is a good way of solving problems. And you should also what's it called? Try to do three things in life that will help you be in balance, as we also talk about. There's a word called equilibrium. It's Latin, and it means balance in every aspect of life, or balance in everything. So to be so, you should do three things: exercise, uh, have self-discipline or discipline, or self-discipline or discipline, and also affection or self-affection. You should get three things. You should exercise and run, or play some sport, or anything that you like, that's physical activity, for the body to be in motion. It's very natural, and you get rid of all excess energy, and And also, what's it called? Uh, and discipline, self-discipline is very important in life. I mean, if you're just gonna what's it called? Be very, just to let flow through life. You're not gonna not just get anywhere. You're just gonna regress and slowly sink down. Slowly sink down to this is planet Earth. Since Satan isn't working, and if you don't have discipline or self-discipline towards yourself and for your life, I mean, you're gonna uh, crash and burn. And also self-affection. Self-affection is very another point that is important, and that is good to have because we all need love. We all want to be cared for. We don't want somebody to talk to us, tell us that they love us. I mean, it's natural. It's human. I mean, even if, and also for some of us who are reptilian, or and have and are of reptilian blood, or maybe other extraterrestrial races. I don't know, but we all. I mean, it's affection. Affection is something beautiful. I mean, like you want to show affection, you get affection. And such. It's very beautiful, and it's a necessity almost. It's like almost like eating. And without it, I mean, it's very difficult. It's a very difficult life to live. Uh, people tend to in today's society, especially in the Western world, tend to say, "Oh, I want to be independent and I want to live by myself," and isolate themselves in an apartment that they live alone. Also the sense of family has also disappeared. Uh, the sense of family has also disappeared, and that's a shame because family is also important. Like is somebody to love, somebody to care for. Uh, you can't just be alone all the time either. I mean, it drive you crazy. I mean, you just sit and then then you seek refuge in the telepathy, not to be alone, and then also you create problems for yourself to solve. Obstacles for you to solve, to become proud of yourself, to have something to be to sense that you and when the sense of achieve that you achieve something. Either physically or psychologically or telepathically. Not, you can't. It's very and it's like I said, Satan doesn't work, or the reptilians don't work, so it's a constant dragging down. It's like gravity that drags you down. If you're not, if you have nothing to do and constantly drag down, you want to drag yourself up, but you do it in I mean, so you have to always do something in order to get anywhere, to be dragged up. So it drags you, it wants to drag you up down, but you have to drag yourself up. It's a trap. It's a vicious circle. It's and you have to be careful about that. About this, not to fall in a trap. Of up and down. So, but people want to get up. They want to go straight towards up. They want to improve their life, for example. They want good things in their life. They want to go towards up. And I've been homeless for a long time, period of time, and many times also. And I notice for homeless people, it's very good for them to understand that people. I mean, they have problems, of course. I mean, I understand that, but something that helped me to not be homeless anymore is the fact that I've understood that there are these buildings. Buildings exist for a reason, and that reason is that that people don't have somewhere to live. that is secure, that is dry, that is have a good climate, and a roof over their head, and people need somewhere to live simply. And and yeah, so life is hard. I know there's a lot of there's a lot of this is what I'm talking about, that you always drag down. We can call it gravity in life. And I noticed that also, there is a lot of life always goes towards down on this planet. It doesn't go towards up. You're born, I mean, you struggle in trying to make a good life for yourself, but at the same time, the situation of this planet is very miserable. Like the reptilians, they should come to an understanding that they're not genetically all right. They're not healthy. I mean, for the sake of themselves, they should, and their society, they should make their genetics neutral, normal, and not offensive. Because they're suffering themselves. A person that is sick, both physically and psychologically, suffers. Understand that you don't want to be in a harmonious way, and have a harmonious genetics. And so they should think about changing. Because the same goes for the insectilian race, and the same things goes for the bird race. Because they making not, but then also making other races suffer, and be damaged, and be in pain. And that's not good. Like the whole say, this is a beautiful planet. Like look at it, look where I'm living on the island. Look at this view. Look at how much beauty. This is an example of a very beautiful beauty. I'm here. Look at the ocean over there. But look at the cars. The cars are like constant stress of economy, back and forth, driving back and forth, stress. In disharmony. Why should it be like this when we can live in harmony, when we can live in peace, and not to have to worry about money all the time? Money should serve us. I mean, if it's supposed to exist, we're not supposed to worship the god of Mammon, which is the god of money. Which life. I always say this, and life can be beautiful. Because life can be beautiful. Life can be precious. There's a lot of race wars also in life. Wars about race, but I mean, we're all human beings. Why are we fighting over race? This is not a ridiculous thing. We're all human beings. I mean, doesn't matter if you're black or white, but I mean, a lot of times that also blacks say that, black people, for example, they say that, many times it happens that, okay, you're racist, oh, you do that because you're racist. But many times they have also unconscious racist behaviors as well, that, I mean, that they're consciously racist themselves. About but so it's not always racism is not always about white people oppressing what's it called other about darker people. It's also about the opposite as well. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Humans are all, we are all humans, and I mean, if we're all not, if it's just not one human race, if there are several human races, we are all humans. And also, if there's different races, I mean, in the beginning, and also we are all also living beings. I mean, whether if we're animals or even that, I mean, plants, they're also living beings. And they're also, what's it called, there are different, there's living beings that looks like birds, there are living beings that looks like cats, there are living beings who look like dogs, elephants, and they have their own animals. I believe this. This exists it exists in the universe, and you know, and people a lot they try to take advantage of other people, and there's another problem there is taking advantage of someone. You can use people, but you cannot take advantage of them. I mean, there's a Swedish word for nyttja and utnyttja. Nyttja means use people. Utnyttja means out use people, which is their way of saying taking advantage of somebody. And that's what I always used to say. You shouldn't out use people. You should use people in a good way. A benefit from people. For example, if I see a flower, what's it called? I benefit from its beauty, but I don't go and pluck it and put it in a vase and put flower on it just so I can take advantage of its beauty. Understand? That's the difference. And life can be beautiful. So yeah. All this beauty that exists, on this planet, this blue planet. If you look at it from space, this blue marble that has so much green life and has so much life in life of colors of. I'm just astounded, of the beauty. I don't know what to say, but people here are treating each other bad. It's a shame. It has life in many colors that is beautiful. That's what I'm trying to say. And there's a shame, but it can be fixed. It's not impossible. It's difficult, but it can be fixed, and it will be fixed, I believe, because people can't go on like this forever. Like this situation that exists. People want to have good lives. If there is a God, perhaps God will help us. God will show us the right way and help us and make it good again. So I say again, and I want to play a song for you guys, and I want to call it "And Life Can Be Beautiful." Here we go. This is my song for you guys. Oh wait, where should I put it? Okay, I'm gonna play this song here with my ukulele. Okay, here we go. Life can be beautiful, but we stray towards the bad things. We want joy, we want happiness. Life can be beautiful, like me and you are. We don't want to suffer anymore, and pain and damage on us. We want to be in laughter. We want to be in joy. So life can be beautiful. All right,